What's going on, everybody? Hey, crazy Friday night, right? For all Miami Hurricanes fans. Haven't seen a game like that in a long time that's gone Miami's way. Crazy turn of events. Miami thought they had the pick. Virginia Tech thought they had the touchdown. It was ruled a touchdown. Then the call was reversed. Haven't seen that in a while. ACC refs go our way finally. A lot to talk about tonight's game. Listen, guys. I'll be honest with you. This is the reality of tonight's game. This is the reality. This was a Virginia Tech Hokies team that lost to Vanderbilt and Rutgers. Okay, they lost to Vanderbilt and Rutgers. Was this a good Virginia Tech football team? No, I don't think they were. They were good to great. I think they're average to above average. Okay, but if Miami is going to play at a top level, that defense needs to shape up a lot. Overall, I am happy we got the win. We got the win. I'm happy we get the win. We move forward. A win is always better than a loss, even if we played bad, right? So let's take it back from the beginning of the game. Let's talk about that a little bit. Something was off from the first snap. Quick pass to Martinez. He drops it. First drive was rough. I thought we were going to get things fixed. We score with Jacoby George, Elijah Arroyo, wide open with a handoff play. I thought we were going to get things fixed. We were driving down. It was 14-7. Cam Ward makes an awful interception. You can't have that in the goal line. You can't have that at all. You can't turn the ball over in the goal line and leave points on the field. Virginia Tech scores, right? We can't have that. I'll live with Cam Ward's second interception, but we cannot have that first interception whatsoever. So I want to talk about real quick. We'll work on the defense a lot because I thought the secondary got exposed today. Again, I don't think Virginia Tech is a great football team. Paul, well, they played their best game of football. Dude, these guys lost to Rutgers and Vanderbilt. If you're thinking college football playoff, great. If you're thinking ACC title, great. But you cannot have this kind of performance against other programs, okay? This is not a good football team we faced. I'm happy we got the win. Let's move forward. But, man, we got to get our heads aligned. Some people were saying it was a short week, Paul. We're playing on Friday. Well, guess what? Virginia Tech played on Saturday as well, okay? And they lost, and they came ready to play. The reality is we're everyone's national title game moving forward. We're a top 10 team right now. Everyone's going to bring their A game. I want to talk about the run game. I thought Cam Ward, again, he came up big for us. Whatever you want to call that dump pass to Riley Williams, huge. That was his Heisman moment, in my opinion. He's going to keep it going. Again, he did miss some passes in the final drive. Wasn't the sharpest today, but really, really did a great job overall, I thought. Overall, I thought he did a really good job, especially getting, Jacoby George back in the groove of things, man. That's huge. Great connection with Isaiah Horton, as we've seen. Sam Brown came up big on some plays, and Xavier Restrepo, that's our guy. That's our wide receiver number one. He made a SportsCenter top 10 catch. That was the reason that kept the drive moving, was that catch. Incredible play. Kind of reminded me of a little bit of the Darrell Langham catch against Georgia Tech. Different motions, but still different situations, but still kind of reminded me of that kind of movement we had going into the final drive. I want to jump into the run game. This is a big discussion. Not a lot of people are talking about. Look, Damian Martinez, he picked it up a little bit in the second half. But Cam Ward really was our leading rusher overall. 10 carries, 57 rushing yards. Martinez, 14 carries, 60 rushing yards. Chris Johnson Jr. is going to be utilized as a wide receiver. That's the way I see him, as a Percy Harvin type situational player. Mark Fletcher, only 5 carries, 22 rushing yards. Look, Jordan Lyle barely got any touches. The run game, it's not moving. That's not part of our offense, really. Damian Martinez, very patient, slow running back. We don't have a home run hitter. Damian Martinez is not the home run hitter. I'd love to hear what you guys think. How can we address this situation with the offense? Because that's actually, I think, is one of the Achilles heels of the offense. I think the pass game is phenomenal. It's going to win us a ton of games. But I think the run game is the Achilles heel so far of this offense. I'd love to hear everyone's take about this. But, and I see a comment saying Rutgers is 5-0. Guys, it's Rutgers football. Congrats, you're 5-0. But if we're thinking college football playoffs, stop it. But I'd love to hear everyone's thoughts. Look, people are saying play Allen, Lyles, and Fletcher. Martinez has the NIL bag. He's going to get the most carries. That's the reality of this political game we're in, and that's fine. But we got to get a home run hitter involved. I have not seen the run game take off at all. Our run game has been trashed for the last 20 years. No, not 20. Not 20. I would say Diaz era transitioning to Mario Cristobal. We have not seen a home run hitter. The last home run hitter was Duke Johnson, Lamar Miller, maybe at times a Damian Barry. But no, I don't think we've seen a home run hitter in a long time. And that does need to be addressed, whether it's in recruiting or in the long term, because again, this run game is the only thing I see that can slightly handcuff this offense from being explosive. And I'll say it real quick. The key for Miami winning every single game on this schedule, because it is an easy schedule, is scoring 45 points a game. Remember, it's 38-34. If Miami gets to that 45-point mark, it's a different game. You win by 11. You don't have to go down to craziness in the end zone for a final play. Hail Mary, we've been there through Georgia Tech. We've been there through Flutie. So, again, with the Hail Marys, it just doesn't click well with Miami. But, we got it done today. We got the job done. 6 players were out. Hey, I agree, but if we're going to play for the college football playoffs, I mean, it's a weak excuse. If you want to win the ACC title, it's a weak excuse, guys, okay? This team lost to Vanderbilt, lost to Rutgers, okay? We should have won. The spread was 17-17.5. That should have been the final score, right? Think about it. If we want to be a top 5, top 10 team in the nation, get in the college football playoffs, win the ACC, we got to dominate. I'm happy for the win. I am ecstatic it went our way. Ecstatic that the call was reversed, but we should have won by 17. If you don't think so, hey, everyone has their own opinion. Reading through the comments right now, play the better running back. Martinez is not it. So it seems like the general consensus around the running back room is Martinez isn't the guy, which is fine, but there is a political game to NIL, right? He's getting paid, and that's fine. But, I would like to see, someone else get in the mix more, right? We need that home run hitter. Who's it going to be? We got Kyle Berkeley next. 10:30 p.m. Eastern time game if you're on the East Coast. Secondary was exposed today. Guys, I think this is just my opinion. I think the secondary was a little bit exposed against USF, and I think we're just seeing a better quarterback play this week. And I think if we see better quarterback play, it's going to be more of an issue down the line with the secondary. Remember coming into this year, secondary was a weakness on the defense. Everybody thought the defensive line is the strongest unit, and they are. Linebacker play was going to be solid, but we're losing James Williams, Cam Kitchens. Cornerback play, I mean, there wasn't really anyone returning. Very limited. Yeah, we do have some injuries in the secondary. We do, but we're playing a lot of young guys. OJ Frederick is a true freshman. I think he's going to be a great player for the University of Miami. Jadeus Richards, another underclassman. But, it's a very young cornerback group. Obviously, your safeties have more experience, but it's a young group overall, right? So think about it. I think over time, we're going to see a little bit more exposure from this secondary. I think they're going to get caught up, and a lot of broken plays are going to happen. That's what we saw against Virginia Tech. A lot of broken plays, a lot of open players. Reading the comments. Yeah, Virginia Tech did run for 200 plus tonight. Okay, I want to pick everyone's brain here. Please add in the comment section. I felt like we didn't put a spy on their quarterback. I felt like there was never a spy. Was it Maui Noah whose responsibility is that? I felt like we never had a spy on their quarterback. He was able to run around freely, make a lot of plays loose. I don't think we got to the quarterback as much as I wanted. I'm trying to find the stats right here. Total sacks we had. If you know it automatically in the chat, please let me know. But a bit of a crazy game today. No. But it's not about the total passing yards, guys. Remember this. It's never about the total passing yards. It's about the home run plays. Remember that. The home run plays are the issue. Forget the passing yards. It's the broken plays that create the long passing gains, right? Those long passing touchdowns, those home run plays that are created by the offense because of a defensive broken play. That is the issue. That is the issue, are the broken plays. Okay, remember that. Those big home run plays are the ones that are going to bite you in the butt. Forget the total passing yards. Forget that. It's those broken plays that happen, and that's where the points are put onto the scoreboard. So those broken plays. Look, the 3 turnovers. Okay, look, I'm gonna talk the second interception by Cam Ward was just luck of the draw. The ball did not bounce Miami's way. The first interception was awful. Okay, can't happen. Can't have that in the red zone. Yeah, I agree. I think that when Cam Ward got that pick, it gave Virginia Tech back life in the game. I think we're going to be up 21-7. I think it was 14-7. Then they took advantage of the turnover. But I think that's what gave Virginia Tech back life in this game. And credit to Cam Ward. Credit to him. Coming up huge, 2 back-to-back drives to win us that game. Regardless if you have 2 picks. That was huge. The play he made to Riley Williams. I mean, it's a SportsCenter top 10. It's a Heisman moment to boost your campaign to win it. I mean, look, he's a phenomenal player, and he's the heart and soul of this team. Xavier Restrepo is the face of the wide receiver room. If there is a Blintikoff Award winner, Xavier Restrepo has my vote. He has my vote. He's a hell of a player. He's a veteran player, and he deserves all the success he's receiving right now. And he's been through hell. Yeah, I think, look, need more Arroyo in the offense. I'm looking through the comments right now, guys. What about Elijah Lofton? I thought in the offseason, Elijah Lofton was the best player on the field. Well, I don't see a lot of Elijah Lofton who's the best player on the field. Let's have that conversation. Oh, Paul, we have so many tight ends. Well, if he's the best player on the field in the offseason, is this Richard Gordon type hype? Play him. Get him more involved then. Yeah, I agree. Elijah Arroyo needs to get more involved. But, the reality is we shuffle a lot of players in. We saw Riley Williams. We saw Elijah Arroyo. We don't see a lot of Elijah Lofton. It's the reality. So some people are saying it's not the running backs, it's the O-line. I mean, I'd love to hear from the chat. I think I'm just not a fan of Damian Martinez. That's kind of the elephant in the room with running back play. That's the way I see it. I think he's too patient. He's too patient as a running back. I think he needs to work in an I formation type offense because it's just not working out. It's not. And it's the Achilles heel of this offense. Yeah. Jalen Rivers needs to come back. Other people are saying O-line, to be honest. Brandon Murphy saying, I'm scared about Louisville. Honestly, one game at a time. Hey, this was a surprise. We were supposed to win by 17.5. It came down to really a Hail Mary, final catch in the end zone that Virginia Tech thought it was a touchdown. Miami thought it was an incomplete pass, even an interception. The call was a touchdown on the field. It was reversed, nail biter. Cardiac canes are back. What can I say, right? We don't want to ever be in that position again this season. Leave it up to the refs, right? You never want to be in that position. The game should have never gotten that close to begin with. But, hey, it worked out in our favor this time. But next time, I'll keep things simple. If we want to go undefeated this year, the magic number for this offense is 45 points. And I think we can get there every game, but the run game needs to step up, okay? The run game needs to step up because it's been going on since week 1. All right. Hey, Michael Irvin was in the sideline, looked hype. Cool. That's great, man. That's great. That's awesome. I love it. But you know what? Let's just win games, man. Let's just win games. The past is the past. Embrace it. But this is the present day. This is the present day. USF gave Virginia Tech the formula. The holding call that would have made it 3-score game was more gregarious. I can't pronounce that word. Sorry. Yeah, there were some really weird calls. There was a late pass interference call. I forgot on who, if you remember, put in the chat. It was late, man. It kind of gave me PTSD of the Fiesta Bowl against Ohio State in 2002 for the national title game. But the ref just dropped it it was just random. He just dropped it, and it was like literally 30 seconds late. Is what it is. Look, nonetheless, guys, I'm happy we won the game. I'm happy we won the game. A win is better than a loss. We got Cal Berkeley coming up, 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. Get the Canes there on Wednesday. Get them there on Wednesday. Get adjusted to the time and show out. A lot of people saying the offensive line played poorly today. I do agree with that. I agree that the offensive line did not play well. Cam Moore was getting hit left and right. Jalen Rivers needs to come back. I agree with that. I still think the run game needs work. It's been like that since the beginning of the year. Will it develop over time? That's the end goal, right? Let's get that rhythm going, but we need to get that formula going. And I think we rotate too much at running back. I love what we're doing with Chris Johnson Jr. as a wide receiver. I love utilizing him in that Percy Harvin type role. I love it. But I think we rotate too much. And I think we just need to stick with a hot hand and move forward with it. Let's get a running back 20 carries a game. Then you have your third down running back. Let's stick to that formula. Your first, second down back, and then your short yard situational back that you can utilize, on short yardage situations, third and short. Or if it's 3rd and 7, okay, you throw in your running back who you want blocking or, utilize on a screenplay, which you can use Damian Martinez as your passing back. Miami went to the freshman with the game on the line. Patterson and Aguirre stepped up clutch. Malik Bryant needs to see the field more. Fletcher is the best back, but NIL Martinez has to play. Remember, we said that let's see how we do conference play. Yes, I agree. Conference play is a different story. I agree. Anything that we missed, it's just me tonight. I'm going to rant a little bit, but we got the win, which is huge. And I want to express that gratitude because remember last year against Georgia Tech, we beat, if I could even recall, I think how the game went, I think we beat Temple, but we beat Texas A&M previously. We were going into Georgia Tech undefeated, and we should have won that game, but we lost. So I think it's not similar at all to Virginia Tech, but we got the win tonight. Imagine if we lost, if we were on the other side, of the result tonight. Imagine that. So let's be happy. We won the game, and let's keep the win streak alive. We got Cal Berkeley, which is a nice little solid team. I like Fernando Mendoza. I like their running back who's back. He was injured for a little bit. I think he showed up against Florida State. But guys, we're on the right side of the result this time. You never want to leave a game up to the Zebras, the refs, but you know what? We won the game. So let's be grateful for that because we know the feeling we had against Georgia Tech, and it effing sucked. It was awful. So grateful that we're still undefeated. We're moving forward, and let's keep it going. 45 points is the magic number. I'm telling you, with this offense, pass game's doing great. Run game needs work. Offensive line had a bad night. D-line, let's get to the quarterback more. Linebacker play. Want to hear your thoughts about that, guys. I thought we didn't have a spy on him. I thought we should have implemented that more on the quarterback. The main issue is we need to change to a zone scheme running offense. We can only run up the middle, so easy to defend. I like that a lot. But would we change right now? Would that change the pass game? Right? Are we going to change the offense just for the run game, or is this offense based around Cam Ward? I think it's based around Cam Ward. We need more sacks. I agree. We need 4+ sacks a game, in my opinion. Every game, 4+ sacks. We had the D-line for it. So if we lost would you question everything? Palin Harris was terrible. No, look. It's a different to a certain extent, yeah. Nobody likes to lose. It's a different narrative. The narrative I would say is that this should have been a 17-point win for the Canes. I think realistically, you're looking at 45-34 final score. That's my realistic prediction of everything we saw today. Let's say Cam Ward doesn't throw an interception in the end zone. I think the game ends 45-34. But if Virginia Tech doesn't do that fake field goal, they score an extra 3 points. Then they hit a field goal to win the game. So there's a lot of what ifs in the game. We got the win. But yeah, I think the narrative does change a little bit, right? I think it does. Cooper was getting beat all night. I agree. Most of the pressures came from up the middle. So anything else, guys? I'm really quick in and out with this stuff, 15, 20 minutes. My summary of tonight's game. The Miami Hurricanes were on the right side of the result. The Cardiac Canes survived one tonight. A win is 100 times better than a loss. We are undefeated. Let's shake this game off. Let's learn from our mistakes. Let's get healthy, which is very important. We're pretty banged up right now, which has been an identity under Coach Cristobal. That has been an identity. We've had a lot of injuries under Cristobal. Remember the past. His first year had a lot of injuries. That's been an identity. But I'll leave it up to you guys if you agree or not. But pass game is always going to be great. Cam Ward's going to be our Heisman candidate, the star of the offense with Restrepo. Love that connection he has with Horton. I would love to get Jacoby George more touches. Sam Brown, I'll leave it up to you guys. I think that's a controversial subject. Big thing. O-line's going to get addressed. We're going to fix the issues. I'm not worried about that. Run game, let's get it going. Let's get a 100-yard run game from one of our backs. Let's get either whoever, more carries, 20 carries a game, whoever you want to put in. Lyles didn't get any touches today. Okay. I don't like all the heavy rotation, just my opinion. D-line, let's get 4+ sacks to the quarterback. I thought, linebacker play, besides not putting a spy on the quarterback, which is on Guidry, I thought they played fine for the most part. And then, secondary is going to be interesting down the line. We got Fernando Mendoza coming up. Interesting quarterback. He's from Miami. I'm curious how that game comes across with this secondary. I think cornerback play, a lot of broken plays happen, home run plays from Virginia Tech's offense that they capitalized on, which is never good. It's the home run plays. Forget the total passing yards. All right, guys. It is a wrap tonight, midnight on Eastern time. So really enjoy the win. We're undefeated. Enjoy that we're on the other side of a result that wasn't the Georgia Tech result last year. So things are shifting in the right direction. I hope we don't replicate a game like this again because it was pretty shitty, in my opinion. I think we should have won by 11 or more points. All right, guys. Take care. Have a great night. And always all about the U. Go Canes.